James Whale's Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein are two of the greatest horror films of all time.
It's coming up!
Giving us indelible images of a man obsessed.
Now.
The moment we meet this mad scientist, we meet him at a cemetery, looking at dead bodies, digging up graves. What a great setting. I'm like, I love this guy.
He's just resting, waiting for a new life to come.
He's already breaking all the rules.
I wouldn't care if they did think I was crazy.
Colin Clive gives a larger-than-life performance as Dr. Frankenstein.
One man crazy, three very sane spectators.
But it's Boris Karloff as the monster who dominates the films.
I don't think you can imagine the Frankenstein monster having had the impact that it's had without being portrayed by anybody but Karloff. He's brought so much emotion to the part. He's brought so much pathos.
Boris Karloff is the quintessential Frankenstein's monster. No question. Who do I think of when I think of Dr. Frankenstein or Baron Frankenstein? I think of Peter Cushing.
I am Baron Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
The world has seen a loss to you. So did a lot of other people.
In a series of films made from the late 50s to the mid-70s, Peter Cushing plays Frankenstein as a dashing, brilliant, but amoral anti-hero.
He's always smarter than everybody else. He happens to be, unfortunately, ruthless and homicidal. Aside from that, he's definitely on the right track. And there's many scenes in those pictures, very well-written scenes, where he takes the starch out of these small-minded hypocrites.
Do you expect us to believe all this childish rubbish stuff? Do you take us for fools? Yes.
That was where the mad scientist really kind of came into his own.
I'm sorry I had to take matters into my own hands, but I had no choice.
Because the whole concept of Peter Cushing as Dr. Frankenstein and the whole concept of those films is it's the doctor that's the monster.
Look out, look out!
He is a sociopath, and he becomes more and more of a single sociopath as the films go on. He spends his entire life obsessed with this idea. In the first one, he makes his monster, and he loses his monster. And then in the other films, he makes a monster, he loses his monster. He tries something else. He puts, what if I do this brain in that body? What if I take my friend's body and put that brain in it? What if I make it a woman? He doesn't just stop at one. He will do it over and over and over again, even if it's a disaster every time, because he knows that he is going to do it and he's going to win.
If I can't cure it, but brains circulate, then I'll get another brain. And another. And another.
There's always that frontier that science is not supposed to cross, and we're forever pushing it back. And now we're talking about cloning people, or, you know, the ethics behind all the scientific decisions that we're making today are actually echoed in all those movies already back in the 30s.
To a new world of gods and monsters.
Mad scientists want to change the world. When they change themselves, the results can be terrifying.